I'm Jack Meyers. I'm 80 years old. I grew up in a traditional Jewish home, a kosher home. My father was a very quiet person. He didn't waste a lot of words, but when he spoke, people paid attention because generally when he spoke, it was of substance. When I was a senior in high school, I'd been invited to take a competitive exam, and I qualified for an award of a full scholarship to a school of my choice. My father would hear none of it. He took the position that he was fortunate that he could afford to send me to school, and that if I accepted this scholarship, there would be some kid somewhere who would be deprived of the means to go for higher education. That is a lesson that has stayed with me all of my life. I have always tried to observe that lesson and to implement it in my actions. Over the years, I've been involved as a volunteer with many agencies. I've had key positions both on boards, committee chairs, and as an officer in many of these organizations. I've also been privileged to serve at the national level and internationally as well. In my activities, both locally and overseas, my primary focus has been in Jewish education. We don't consider Israel to be a foreign country, and by this stage in my life, have traveled to Israel over 45 times. Jerusalem is hard to describe in words. It's a feeling you have of being close to what Judaism is all about. I remember very clearly sitting in Jerusalem, and they were talking about pilot programs to be conducted. And the example was they would do it in New York, in Los Angeles, and Pittsburgh. The feeling was that Pittsburgh was another of the major Jewish communities because our activities were of such high profile and how well recognized and respected they were. Pittsburgh is, in fact, someplace special and a place of which we can all be proud. I'm very proud of the accomplishments of our family. I have to really acknowledge, first of all, my loving wife, Bernice, with whom we're married. This is our 50th anniversary. We have 3 children, of whom we are all proud. They have each been involved in Jewish activities in their own communities. We have 6 grandchildren, and although none of them live in Pittsburgh, we relish every opportunity we have to be together with them. I really am most gratified by having been selected as one of the 8 over 80 honorees. JAA is of paramount importance given the demographics of our community. Those services to the elderly cannot be ignored and need to be healthy and of substance. My father spent his last days here. His attending physicians assured us that the top quality care would be found here on Browns Hill. And I'm so pleased to be an honoree by this agency, given our own personal experience.